In this video, we'll be going over part 4 of unique paths, where we'll be going over the bottom-up array approach of unique paths. So in the 2D matrix approach, we can see that in each of the iteration, we are only relying on values from the current row at I and the previous row at I-1. This means we can use a single array to represent our 2D matrix. So let's go over the thought process. In the 2D bottom-up approach, in each of the iteration, we are only relying on values from rows, the current row I and I-1, the previous row. This means we can create an array to represent our 2D matrix. Then in each of the iteration, we will be updating the values or overwriting the values from the previous row iteration. Let's go over pseudocode. So we're going to create an array, ways to keep track of the total number of unique paths, unique ways, and then we're going to iterate through from 1 to m. This stays the same, and iterate to 1 to n. This stays the same. If I and j is equal to 1, that means we have reached the top left corner. We have found one possible way. So we set the current cell to 1. Now we just continue to the next iteration. Now for any of the other cells, where we have to find the number of ways. The number of ways at the current cell is the number of ways going leftward. So in this case, we have I and j-1. This means this is at the current row, but to the left of the current row. So we can just say ways of j-1, and then plus ways of I-1 to j. That means it's a cell above, which is the same as the current cell. So we're just going to say ways of j, and then we'll return ways of n, which is the total number of ways we start from the bottom right corner. Now let's go over the time and space complexity. The time complexity stays the same because of our nested for loop. And then our space complexity changes to O of n, where n is the number of columns. And it's the ways array. Now let's go over the code. So we're going to convert our ways matrix to an array. Then we'll set, if we have reached the top left corner, then the number of ways at the current cell is equal to 1. Then we just continue the next iteration. And then for any other cell, the number of ways is the number of ways of going leftward and the number of ways of going upward. And then we return ways n. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. Like and subscribe for more videos that will help you pass a technical interview. I upload videos every day, and if there are any topics you want me to cover, let me know in the comment section below.